Hello and welcome back. Now that we have gone ahead and actually we have created our serverless ChatGPT API. Okay, so we can actually plug this into different softwares. Okay, so the first software that we'll use to plug this is, something that is called as Microsoft Power Automate. Okay, now if you're not familiar with Microsoft Power Automate, I'll just go here first in the Microsoft 365 account and you have your Power Automate. Okay, you can find this when you click on apps. Okay, maybe this is not currently available in this particular list, but inside apps, you will definitely find this. So if I click on this, okay, it is really very useful and a very powerful software to automate your repetitive manual task. So let's say for example, you have certain business tasks where you have every time, let's say on Saturday, okay, Saturday evening or Saturday morning, let's say you get an automated email which comes into your inbox with some few Excel files or some other kind of files that need those Excel files to load them into a particular server, and then you have to also email those or some of those files to someone else. So you can basically automate this particular task. Okay, let's say if you have an expense system at a particular company where basically some people submit their expenses and then it needs to go to the right person for approval, and then that needs to go to some account person where it goes to the payment system to actually pay those expenses out. Okay, so even this, you can automate all of that using the Power Automate tool. Okay. So let's say for days, this particular course that we're going to do is we are going to integrate this third party API, which we have just created. Okay, with this Power Automate for the purpose of when you actually start to create apps. So Power Automate will be like a engine underneath our app that is doing a lot of tasks behind the scene for our particular application. Okay, so the first thing that we are going to do over here is we are going to create what is called as a flow. So I'll first go here and create. Okay, and over here I have a particular automate process for, let's say this, okay, instant flow triggered manually as needed. So I'm going to create this here. Okay, so you click on create and go to this instant cloud flow which is available. I'm going to give here a new flow which is, let's say, chat GPT API integration. Let's say it's just for my reference. Okay, and don't forget to select your manually trigger a flow. Okay, so currently I'm going to show here how to manually trigger it. Okay, so like you have some other things which you can do again here, like you can just do it using the Power Apps, or for some selected messages on Teams, or say when someone respond to some particular message on a particular card, or let's say a Power BI button is clicked, or any SharePoint file has been selected. You have various options available over here, of which currently I'm going to select the manually trigger a flow. Okay, so I'm just going to click this and I'm going to click on create over here. Okay, now at this particular stage, one thing that I need you all to make sure, okay, that you all have an access to a new step. Okay, so if let's say you go to new step here, okay, and in this connectors you should be able to see this HTTP. It is a premium one that is available, but this should be available to you. Okay, if you click on this, you should be able to edit the details over here. Okay, so you should be able to use this. Okay, because how actually the Power Automate, or how actually created a Power Automate account using the subscription that we have, you should have access to this. Okay, but still, if you're not having access, you need to get in touch with your IT team for this so that they can enable this for you, and then it would be working for you as well. Okay, so over here I have gone to the HTTP request in this case, and I will continue to show you how to go ahead with this in the next video. So that is where we just want you to get into over here. You should be able to edit this HTTP request. Okay, So in the next video, we'll actually create our own flow using the and we'll use the chat gpt api that we, or we can say the third party api which we had just made in our particular earlier example. Okay, so stay tuned for my next video. Till then, just see whether you are having this particular access to http connector. If not, kindly get it done. Okay,